village. That would have been pretty scary, don't you think? And when the bombing was over, the town was in ruins. Even the inn was hit. And Gladys was knocked unconscious. When she woke up, she slowly pulled herself up. And as soon as she could think clearly, Gladys ran everywhere with her little first aid bag. Mostly bandages and a bottle of medicine that helps cuts and bruises. Hundreds of people were hurt or even dead, and it made her very sad, and it made her think about all the children she had with her. She had thought to herself, the children are living in a war zone. Dear God, what do I do? Because of the war and the many adults who had died in the villages near Gladys, more and more orphan children came to live with her in the damaged inn. Soon, Gladys had 100 children. Can everyone say 100 children? 100 children. That would have been a lot, right? Well, the Mandarin was a good leader of the villages and wanted to help his people. And he had grown to respect Gladys and helped her plan an escape with all of these children. They decided Gladys and the children would walk across the mountains in a faraway city. Before they left, the Mandarin told Gladys that he had chosen to believe in Jesus and follow him. What great news that was. She and the Mandarin prayed together, praising God for what he had done and asking him for help and for asking him to be with the children and Gladys on this long journey. So I need you to pack up all your food in your backpack. Get your food, pack it in. Maybe you need a towel, to wipe off the sweat from your face. Good. So they packed every amount of food they could find and hurried off into the wild country of the mountains. They didn't have any horses or cars. They had to walk on their own 2 feet. Show me your feet. They had to walk on their feet. And many of the children were still very, very little. Each child had a piece of blanket, a scrap of towel, a bowl, and some chopsticks. Well, the teenage boys carried food supplies. At first, the children laughed and skipped and sang some songs, kind of like we do in VBS, and talked about what their new home might be like. But by the third day, can everyone say, by the third day, the children were tired and very hungry. They began to cry and complain. Some of their feet were cut and maybe even bleeding, and they were short of food and water. They even licked the dew from the rocks and drank from it. They came to a big river, but there was no bridge to cross. Gladys was very discouraged. That means that she was sad and maybe a little defeated. And she didn't know what to do from there. As they sat by the river's edge, one of the girls said, "It's like Moses crossing the Red Sea. There was no way out. They were trapped." Gladys said, "I'm not Moses, and this isn't the Red Sea." But the girl responded, "But it's the same God that was with Moses." Gladys needed to be reminded that God was with them. Would Gladys and the children find a way across this river? Would they ever make it to safety? Come back on Sunday to find out how God continued to work in the life of Gladys. Wow. Today's big idea was that God wins with what? Good. And he will get the glory for that as well. All right. Thank you for listening so well. Give yourself a pat on the back. All right. I need a nice drum roll, please, because Miss Heather has the Quiet Seat and offering totals. Okay. And stop. Okay, raise your hand if you want to hear the offering totals or the quiet seat. Raise your hand for quiet seat. Raise your hand for offering. Ooh, I think there's more offering. Okay. Oh, boy. Okay, today's offering, the girls brought in $150 with 27 cents. That's pretty amazing. And the boys brought a total of $8.55. Oh, no. So I'm not a mathematician, but I think that means the girls beat the boys by a lot. Boys, give them a round of applause. Okay, and girls, give the boys a round of applause because they did really good as well. Okay, the moment that you've been waiting for today. Quiet seat prizes. The two girls are Sophia and Gabby. The two boys are Levi and Charlie. So if your name was called, come on up and get your quiet seat. Sophia and Gabby, and then Levi and Charlie. Come on up and get your quiet seat. Let's give them a round of applause. And don't forget to come on Sunday because we will be giving away the chef of the week for a boy and a girl, and we have some more quiet seats to give away as well. Okay, so when do you need to come back? Sunday. When do you need to come back? Sunday. When do you need to come back? Sunday. Wonderful. Sunday morning. All right, Levi, did you pick your prize? Yeah. These bags are for Sunday. So do something else. What else do you want? Wonderful job. All right, so how this water balloon is going to work, the boys need to get ready. So the boys may stand up and line up at the window. Oh, wait. Okay, girls, are you ready to throw water balloons at the boys? I don't think you're ready. Are you guys ready? All right, girls, I need a nice line in the middle of the aisle.